Digital helps you make cross-border payments. Human gives you global specialists. Digital allows you to apply for a loan anytime, anywhere. Human connects you to credit experts. Digital puts you in control of your money, while Human connects you to wealth advisors. Digital allows you to freeze, unfreeze, cancel, and reorder your card. Human gives you that personal touch. Digital when you want it. Human when you need it. Get the complete private banking experience with Nedbank Private Clients.
All right, welcome back. You're still watching Business Watch, powered by Nedbank. Today, we're joined by Njabulo Kamete, who's the Manager Global Trade and Payments from Nedbank. Today, we're talking about Nedbank Global Trade. A very good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're talking about this very important service that, as Nedbank, you provide. Why do you provide the service, and who is eligible, to be provided with this service?
Good afternoon, Lulu, and thank you so much for having me. So I think maybe firstly would just to define what is this global trade, if I may. So global trade, it's basically the buying and selling of goods and services between residents of Eswatini and the rest of the world. So this is a critical space for Nedbank clients, because there is a lot of buying and selling of goods between businesses of Eswatini and the rest of the world. So we see from our clients, essentially, they buy a lot of imports from outside the country, and we also have goods which they buy within the common monetary area, which is CMA, whereby there's free flow of funds, and then there's also trade outside the common monetary area, such that they import or export their products in as countries as far as China, or United States of America. So essentially, what we advocate for clients as Nedbank Eswatini is that we are trying to mitigate risk. So you find that you have clients who haven't established the relationship with their prospective sellers outside the country, and more especially countries as far as United States. You'll find that a client will get on Google trying to source a certain good and serve a good, and usually that's usually a risky part, because you find that the client cannot just make the payment with the hope of the seller supplying those goods and services. So primarily, that's where, as Nedbank, we play a pivotal role to secure those payments, to say, even if the relationship hasn't been established, if it's a first-time trade activity, we secure through our products, one in particular, it's the letter of credits. So we offer letters of credits, which is a payment solution for clients that are embarking on trade with their counterparts for the first time. So the letter of credit, how does it work? It's more of a contract which sets different conditions for the two parties to meet before this payment, before the payment can be executed. So it essentially ensures that the goods are delivered as per the standard, because you find that I will see those goods on the website of the seller, and then the letter of credit will prescribe on the standard on how the goods should be delivered, where the goods should be delivered, and also the mode of transport, also insurance, who take care of insurance during the transportation. So it essentially protects the two parties in terms of the buyer getting the product that they have requested from the supplier, and the supplier essentially getting payment upon supplying. So that's one of the major and important services that we offer as Nedbank for first time to secure the relationship in as far as as trade is concerned.
Okay, so are you particular with the goods that the client buys or sells? Do you look into the goods, the type of goods that the client sells? Are you certain about any goods, or maybe they can just sell or buy any goods?
So primarily they can buy any goods, and I think as a matter of principle we are also governed by so the buying and selling of goods between countries, essentially for Eswatini, we are governed by the exchange control manual. So as bank, for us to facilitate certain payments, we have to be governed. So each and every payment is prescribed in the exchange control manual. So I'll make an example. When a company, a pharmaceutical company in Eswatini, wants to import pharmaceutical products outside the CMA, they first have to produce, for us to facilitate that payment, they have to also submit an import permit, which is sourced from the Ministry of Finance. So it's one of the prerequisites, because as a bank, we are also governed or regulated by the central bank. But it's not every product that I'll make a mention of those that require import permits. The grey cars that we import from countries like Japan and countries like China. So also for us to also pay for those grey cars, the client has to submit the invoices and also the import permit, because we can't facilitate. That's what the law requires. Yeah, but some other goods you can, like I'll make an example of your just buying new clothes. If you are in the business of selling clothes, you can buy clothes from Japan without an import permit. Give us the invoice and we can facilitate the payment, and also machinery. Yes, but there are those that we have to go via. We have to request documentation. Yeah.
All right. So I know that anything that has to do with transactions comes with risks and benefits as well. So what are the risks, with buying globally, and how can your clients or Swazis protect themselves, from anything that can happen?
Regarding the risks that are involved, it's essentially it's the issue of non-payment. More especially from a situation of you have supplied certain goods and now you are anticipating payment as a seller. So those are some of the risks that are involved, and also whereby the quality of the goods as well. You see something online, you order it, and only to find that that's not the product you had initially ordered. So those are some of the risks, and also non-delivery. I pay, maybe I do an advance payment and I anticipate delivery of the goods, they are not paid ultimately. So those are some of the risks that are within the space. But as Nedbank, through our products, as I've mentioned earlier, your letters of credits, that one essentially safeguards against the non-payment and the non-delivery. And we also have foreign bills, which also facilitates for the credit line, whereby now the relationship has been established, so the seller can extend more credit to more leeway to pay maybe at a future date. So we have also the foreign bills for collection. Also, we do have credit facilities, whereby as Nedbank we also vet the client from a credit point of view, and then we can also maybe borrow that client in terms of facilitating their trade activity. So those are some of the products that we offer our clients, which we believe they make trade much more easier.
Okay. So is there a time frame or restrictions on the number of times I can use your service? The number of times you can help me secure a payment, safe payment, when I buy goods globally per month, for example?
Not really. It's primarily based on the appetite of, because we have big corporates whereby they rapidly do foreign exchange payments, and there's primarily no challenge in terms of,
as long as my
documents are in order. The prerequisite basically it's the documentation, but there are no limits to say you can't do this. You can only do this payment monthly, and then the following month, and especially more especially for trade transactions.
So do I need to provide you said it's a letter of credit every time I want to make a transaction, or you already have my data on your system?
We already have your data because with banks, with our bank ultimately we have your documents whereby we know KYC, know your client information. So we have that, but it will be the letter of credit will be underscored based on the trade you're doing at that time. So we can basically facilitate for you at any time based on what you are transacting in.
All right. So how long do I need to be with Nedbank for me to access this particular service? I'm a first-time client. I've been with you guys for a month, and suddenly I deposit an amount of 10 million emalangeni, for an example. Do you look into that?
If your funds
in
are
case of fraud cases, and this is instances of fraud cases?
if your funds are in order, because as I mentioned earlier, we do your KYC, whereby we know our clients, their source of funds. So if all that is in order, you have been vetted accordingly, then there will be no challenge in terms of us coordinating and facilitating your payments.
All right, Njabula, talk to us about investment opportunities that are there with Nedbank.
Within Nedbank. Okay, so from a global point of view, we also have an individual investment allowance, which is a dispensation by the central bank for individual clients. So for individual clients who have the appetite to invest outside the CMA, which is the Common Monetary Area, they can invest in as far as 10 million. So this is a breakthrough for our clients because initially the investment allowance was 4 million. So the central bank recently increased it to the 10 million. So our clients can enjoy that 10 million, which is within one calendar year from January to December. So they have 10 million to invest to any investment of their liking. I think just the underlying documentation will be to have a clear source of funds, and then to have an SRA, a tax clearance. Rather, yeah.
All right. So lastly, how can people contact you, if they want more information on this particular service?
Okay, so they can contact us through our help desk at nedbank.co.nz, and also our contact numbers. We also have our contact number, which is it's 3278 1999, and also 3278 it's 1290. They can also contact us on those
And
numbers.
social media, of course.
Social media, it's Nedbank Eswatini. We're available on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. They can also interact. We can feel free where we have the appetite to answer any question as far as global trade is concerned.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Njabula, for joining us. There you have it, global trade with Nedbank. If you want more information, do contact Nedbank or visit their service centers to get more information, and contact them via their social media pages. Let's take a break. We'll come back just shortly.